Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, it's me Gamerturk, and today we're gonna talk about where the Art Online Alicization Lycoris Myosotis DLC is. Some people are expecting it next month, which is extremely not happening, let's put it that way. But yeah, Yosuke Futami, the Art Online Gameverse lead, has written one of his Dengeki columns a couple days ago. Actually, that's like over a week ago, but I was a little busy to cover it and it wasn't like huge news, so I didn't feel like I need to put it out there. I just retweeted it and was done with it. But then a couple people started coming over to my comments asking me when the DLC is coming. Some people are claiming it's gonna be happening next month or the month after. So let's get into this. This shouldn't take too long. Welcome to my new set. Hopefully the sounds of nature and huge trucks and cars are not coming over to you, but inside my summer house I got way too much echo, so maybe this is gonna work a little better, we'll see. So first off, the Dengeki column by Yosuke Futami is from July 24th, so slightly over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago, and the first thing they said was they usually had these Dengeki columns quite often, almost weekly or bi-weekly. From here onwards, Futami is just switching it to a monthly column instead due to lack of significant information to talk about, as well as how busy they are in regards to development. So expect these updates to be a little less. Of course, we're not seeing any streams on Beater's Cafe channel as well, because it's actually been quite long since we saw something from Myosotis. The last thing we saw was the Sinon preview, the Onsen preview, which was quite a long time ago. But yeah, if we're going into the contents, to give you a rough reference regarding the length of the DLC, the previous free updates were mentioned to be around 10k to 15k characters, which it's not exactly clear what they mean by characters, but chances are it's actually the kanji and kana, etc. So the previous updates were 10 to 15k characters each. Myosotis, as a comparison, is gonna be around 200k characters. So if we take one free DLC, this is like over 10 times the size. Of course, the length is promised to be around 6 to 8 hours just for the cutscenes and dialogue stuff, not including any kind of gameplay. So that's of course a huge size difference, as should be expected from a free DLC over to a paid DLC. This is gonna be like those Year 2 experiences of live service games, you know, if you want to make a reference.
But hey, Gamerturk, when is this paid DLC update is coming? You haven't said anything.
Well, let's dive into it because it's a little bit more vague, but it should give you an idea as to when not to expect the DLC. Don't get your hopes up getting it next month or the month after. So first off, the free updates could be, this is Futami saying, by the way, translated by Gushimanas over at SAO Wiki as usual, the free updates could be implemented within a week of the Grandmaster file being done. For a proper DLC, this is what we're talking about with Myosotis, aka Blooming of Forget-Me-Not, they will need 3 weeks of time after the master files are ready to release, due to needing extra work for the storefront, etc., all that kind of stuff, possibly marketing as well, not mentioned here. Now, as for the roadmap for the release of this DLC, is not fucking ant on, please go away, ant. I don't want ant bites. Why am I even recording here in the garden? July was spent on producing something close to a presentable version of the DLC, so not the final version at all, just, you know, the entire working concept from my understanding of it. August, on the other hand, we're in August right now, will be spent on debugging the entire thing. You know, we heard about these debugging phases quite a lot during the free DLCs, and of course, if something goes wrong, the process gets pushed even further. But even without that, you know, as there is, again, going back to Futami, as there is a lot of content to go through, debugging will take a lot of time, so Futami himself can't give an exact estimate as to when they'll get started on the master file itself, that they're then gonna push over to the storefronts, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam. And then, you know, then there's gonna be all those, the storefront related stuff that they mentioned, pricing, banners, and all that kind of stuff. Which is still, with the standalone price of the DLC, is not yet set. Sorry, I am moving a bit too much because there are too many black flies and I don't like them. So again, the entire August is going for this debugging phase, and after they are done with the debugging phase, they're gonna start working on the master file that they're gonna push through. So September, it's gonna be a little while till they make that master file and push it forward, and then they're gonna need 3 more weeks. Chances are we are not getting this before the end of September, maybe the final week of September or something, but basically October is the earliest you should be expecting the first paid DLC of Art Online Alicization Lycoris called Myosotis, aka Blooming of Forget-Me-Not. I hope this video didn't take too long. It sure did take too long to record because of all the wildlife bugs. Due to the bugs that are hanging around, but yeah, don't wait it before late September, early October, and even then we do not have a specific date. Something can go wrong throughout the way and it can be pushed even further. All we know for specifically right now is that it's gonna be 2021, it's not gonna be 2022, but do not assume anything at the moment, especially if your assumption is before late September. That's all we have, of course. Make sure to subscribe, and in fact, just go follow me on Twitter, because these small stuff I retweet quite often. We translate these over on SAO Wiki and I just retweet them, you know. I don't want to make videos about every small news. It's not even news, you know. It's vague stuff that basically tells don't expect it before this date at all. So yeah, do follow me on Twitter, do subscribe here on my channel, become a channel member if you want to support my channel and help me do better stuff, except I don't like summer, it is way too hot, I am sweating and I want to go back inside, and bye bye, thanks for watching.